Hey everyone, it's Jay from Plot Leakage, and welcome to episode 5. I'm sure you may have seen the news by now that Chris Evans has been cast in the new Avengers movie coming out 2026, Avengers Doomsday. So I'm not that early on this scoop. I mean, it's still pretty new. The news came out like yesterday, so I'm making my video now. But I specifically wanted to go over just a few more details as to exactly who he's going to be playing and why they're doing this, how it's going to work, what it might look like. I also have some news on other actors who are likely to be in the movie. It's not confirmed yet, but I have my buddy that works for Kevin Feige and works for Marvel. And yeah, I got some information on who else they're trying to get in the movie and what Avengers Doomsday is going to look like. Again, the movie is a while away. They're still writing it, so things could change. But as of right now, whatever the day is today that I posted this video, you know what the plan was at this current moment. And in all likelihood, it will still mostly follow this structure whenever we get to the movie. So, what is Avengers Doomsday? Simply put, Avengers Doomsday is going to be the new Avengers versus the old Avengers. That is basically what Avengers Doomsday is going to be. A lot of people think that Secret Wars might be Avengers versus X-Men. Bit early to tell. I hope that that's what Secret Wars is, but at the very least, we're gonna get Avengers Doomsday, which is gonna be the new Avengers versus the old Avengers. Chris Hemsworth is coming back to the new Avengers movie, but he is not going to be his Captain America. So I'm sorry if you love the OG Captain America, but he's an old man. I'm sure that old man Cap is not on the moon, like they said in Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I'm sure that old man Cap will probably make a cameo in the movie Avengers Doomsday, so we can see that the good Cap that we know and love is still there. But I'm calling him the good Cap because young Chris Evans is gonna come back to play a new character, evil Captain America. More specifically, Captain Hydra. That is more or less who Chris Evans is going to be playing. He's going to be playing an evil variant of Captain America from a different universe. It's Steve Rogers, but from a different universe where he's evil. It could be that he's from the same universe as Robert Downey Jr.'s Doctor Doom, or he could be from a completely different universe. Avengers Doomsday is a very multiversal film. The main villain, is Doctor Doom, who is a multiversal variant of Iron Man and Tony Stark. So it only makes sense that he would have a team of other multiversal heroes, the most powerful beings in the multiverse, who are on the dark side, working for Doctor Doom. Think Infinity War. Thanos had the Black Order, his children, that he would send out to fight the Avengers throughout Infinity War. I think that Doctor Doom will have his own version of sort of the Black Order, his own small team that he sends out to fight the Avengers, and it will consist of the cast members from the old Avengers team. More specifically, you have Evil Iron Man, aka Robert Downey Jr.'s Doctor Doom, as the leader of the team. You have Captain Hydra, aka Evil Captain America, played by Chris Evans. You could have Hawkeye, but a variant of Hawkeye, who's actually a male Taskmaster. You could have an evil version of Black Widow. The Incredible Hulk, I'm telling you now, because I know it to be true, they want to put Maestro in the next Avengers movie. Maestro Hulk is a old, wise, extremely powerful, but also evil version of the Incredible Hulk from a different universe. He has defeated the Avengers single-handedly in the comics. He's very powerful, and he is going to be in the next Avengers movie. So you're hearing the scoop here first from me, source. Trust me, bro. As for who's going to play Maestro Hulk, not sure. It could be Mark Ruffalo, because that would make sense. They could just do a thing where it's literally the original actors from the Avengers 2012 film, but now they're evil. So bring back Scarlett Johansson as evil Black Widow, Jeremy Renner as evil Hawkeye slash Taskmaster, evil Thor. Thor makes a lot of sense because Doctor Doom in the Secret Wars comics, he had the Thor Corps, which was literally an army of evil Thor variants that he was controlling. So he had like 100 different versions of Thor that worked for Doctor Doom. I'm pretty sure they're gonna do the Thor core in Doomsday. Not confirmed yet, but you heard it here first. The way that they're laying the groundwork for this film, I'd be surprised if they didn't do the Thor core. If they don't do the Thor core, which mind you, Storm was a member of Doctor Doom's Thor core because she, has kind of similar powers to Thor with the weather and the thunder and the lightning. If they don't do the Thor core, then at the very least they will have an evil variant of Chris Hemsworth Thor on Doctor Doom's team. And then of course, yeah, evil Captain America and evil Iron Man. As for the Hulk, they'll have an evil version of the Hulk, which is not Red Hulk. It's going to be Maestro, who is green, but with a beard and bald. It could be Edward Norton. I mean, that's my vote. I would love for Edward Norton to come back and play a version of, um, the Incredible Hulk. I love his Hulk movie from 2008. If you haven't seen it, Edward Norton was the actor who originally played the Hulk in the Hulk movie from 2008. They recast him to a different actor in Mark Ruffalo. But it'd be cool if they brought him back. I don't think he'd agree to do it because I don't think he left Marvel on the best terms. But hey, if they pay him enough money, I think Edward Norton might want to come back and play Maestro, which would be really cool. But if not Edward Norton, then they could do Eric Banner, who played the character Bruce Banner in an even older Hulk movie that I have not seen, but I've seen clips of and people do like it. That could be a really cool reference. What you guys need to understand, the point I'm trying to make, is that in Avengers Doomsday, they will not only bring back a bunch of different old actors from old Marvel movies, even if it was from a different cinematic universe, they'll bring them back and they'll have them be likely not the exact same version that we saw before and potentially an evil version. So if you're looking at the image on screen, you can see exactly what I'm talking about. It was actually in an Avengers comic, being 1967's Avengers Annual number 2. Kang was the villain, and of course, Avengers Doomsday was originally Avengers Kang Dynasty. So I'm sure a lot of the storylines are going to cross over. There are storylines that they wanted to do in Kang Dynasty that they're still going to do in Doomsday, and one of those Kang storylines is the story about Kang making the new Avengers fight the old Avengers. If you look in this image, you have Kang holding up an hourglass because he's all about time, and Kang, he's in another realm of power to the Avengers. Look at him. He's literally outside of time, controlling everything. But in this case, it's going to be Doctor Doom doing it now. It's crazy. I think this is a beautiful idea. I can't wait for it. I'm very excited. We're going to see a bunch of different OG Avengers actors come back. I expect we'll see the Thor core. We're definitely going to see a version of the Maestro. I think we could see Michael B. Jordan come back and play an evil Black Panther from a different universe who's working for Doom. I also would love to see Miles Teller from Fantastic come back and play his version of Mr. Fantastic, but he's the Maker. I'm going to do a bigger video about this, but imagine that. If you don't know who the Maker is, he's literally Mr. Fantastic, but evil from an alternate universe where he had a different life. But it's amazing. He's the Mr. Fantastic from the Ultimate Comics and Ultimate Marvel. And he ends up, for the longest time, he's Mr. Fantastic, the superhero. And it was a plot twist to read it. I was reading that comic from the beginning where he was just Reed Richards, but eventually he becomes a supervillain called the Maker. Maybe you could say an anti-hero. He's an amazing character. I love him. He's way more interesting to me than Mr. Fantastic. So we need to see the Maker. Jessica Alba. They could come back. You feel me? The possibilities are endless. It's think what if, think obviously Deadpool and Wolverine, Spider-Man No Way Home vibes, but not just bringing back the original variants, but variants of variants of variants. That's how much fun we can have. All the old actors are coming back, and many of them are going to be bad guys. It's going to be amazing. Allegedly, Anthony Mackie's a bit upset because he's supposed to be the new Captain America, and he doesn't even get one Avengers movie without them bringing back the OG Chris Evans. Now, I think that's a rumor that people are assuming things. I don't know if he's actually upset. He might be happy that his friend is coming back to work with him. Realistically, a lot of people think this is a bad thing, that Marvel didn't have faith in a black Captain America, so they're bringing the white one back. But if they're bringing the white Captain America back as an evil Nazi villain, which could be risky, but I hope Marvel does it. I believe Marvel will do it because they made Scarlet Witch a villain, sorry. So I think they'll do it. I think Chris Evans would love to play an evil Captain America. The most noble guy becomes the most evil. That'd be great. Imagine he's like a savage. I think that's going to be an amazing fight. Sam Wilson going up against his mentor, Steve Rogers, who's evil from a different universe. Echoed in the fact that Peter Parker Spider-Man is going to have to go toe-to-toe with his mentor, Tony Stark slash, Doctor Doom, Robert Downey Jr. from a different universe. It's mentor versus student times two. Spider-Man versus Iron Man slash Doom. Captain America versus Captain America slash Captain Hydra. You get the gist. It's going to be amazing. I think Anthony Mackie has nothing to be worried about. I expect the Russo brothers to do a great job writing him and make it clear why he is the new Captain America, especially having him literally, symbolically, and literally defeat the old one. So yes, it's kind of a safe bet for Marvel to do this, but I don't think it's desperate. I think it's genius. This movie will make $1 billion easily, maybe two. I think it's a great idea. I'm excited for it. And I'm sure Sam Wilson and Anthony Mackie will get other Avengers movies where he can shine more so as the new Captain America. But this is the perfect time to do this multiversal story. I'm not sick of the multiverse. As a hardcore Marvel Comics fan, as a hardcore comic fan, I love that Invincible's doing the Invincible War with all the different versions of Mark Grayson. There's evil Mark Graysons out there. Spider-Verse films are amazing. They just introduced another variant of Miles. I love No Way Home. I love the multiverse. The Council of Bricks from Rick and Morty. We're going to get Council of Reeds. Another video on that soon, but the new Fantastic Four film, Fantastic Four First Step. I could be here all day. I love the multiverse. I love alternate versions of our favorite characters and seeing how their lives turn out differently. I think Doomsday is going to be amazing. I love the leaks and scoops that I'm giving you. I love how the movie's sounding. Let me know what you guys think. You heard it here first. Maestro, Thor 4. And then after the two new Avengers movies, we're going to get a soft reboot where most things will be the same, but the X-Men, Fantastic Four, and certain actors will be in the MCU moving forward. But what about the Spider-Verse from Sony? I'll do a video on that soon. But yeah, soft reboot after the Avengers movies where a lot of people will stay the same, but then a lot of things, like a lot of old actors will become canon to the MCU. A lot of things, like it will just be streamlined after the soft reboot to where the X-Men have always been here. Fantastic Four have always been here. This actor has always been Iron Man, or this actor has always been Captain America. Even though the Infinity War and that stuff still happened, there are new things going on now. If you ever watched the old Flash, so you know what I mean. I feel like I'm going on a tangent, but they did do that in the Flash, where they did a soft reboot a couple times, and it worked perfectly fine. It's really not going to be that confusing. Soft reboot just means that it's the studio's way to change a few things in a meta way, have it make narrative sense. I can't wait for this movie. Let me know what you guys think. Subscribe for more, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.